Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and that is martial arts in general. Not a deep dive into anything specific, but some things that may not be well known, such as the fact that martial arts has traditionally been about defense, not so much offense. And I appreciate this actually, that they teach in most martial arts classes that it is primarily for self-defense. And with that said, martial arts can be extremely effective, and it has been used, for centuries, if not millennia, by many cultures around the world. And the main emphasis in most branches of martial arts is not so much power or brute force, but accuracy, concentration of power, speed, and endurance. It's not about just overwhelming your opponent. And nowhere in any martial arts course do they tell you that your opponent has to be smaller than you. That's quite the opposite of their message usually. So the thing about martial arts is that you can very effectively and quickly dispatch an aggressing person with a minimal amount of effort on your part if you're very good at it. And that's the idea, is to be as efficient and effective as possible, and as compact and efficient a way as possible. So there are many different kinds. I'm no expert, but I have taken a few different types, and I'm not going to list them off, but I've been formally enrolled and trained in several martial arts classes and courses, I should say. And I know the principles, and it doesn't take a long time, or it doesn't actually even take high level of achievement in an organized course to understand the principles and to put them into practice. The main thing is balance, and like I said, accuracy, stamina, and concentration of power. Like I said, it's all about delivering as much power into as small a space as possible, and having that space be strategic, having it be the right space. And there's a lot of background and science that goes into martial arts. So they show you, where the pressure points are, where leverage can be applied to take down your opponent. And you may have heard of Bruce Lee, the famous actor and martial arts expert Bruce Lee. And he was a bona fide badass, and he was not a large man, but he could take down just about anybody. And I don't just mean in the movies. He was an actual martial arts expert with a lot of achievements and success in his life. So anyway, this is just a short video, but it's an interesting subject. A lot of current curriculums in schools discourage violence of all forms, and they are prone to, the administrations are prone to group prosecute or group penalize people if they are involved in an altercation without due process, without any investigation or differentiation of circumstances. They frequently just say, oh, well, if anybody fights, you're all in trouble. And that could not be a worse message to send to young people, if you ask me. It says, we don't care about justice, we don't care about fairness, we don't care about due process, or even defending people who are being bullied, or trying to figure out who did what, because it's just easier for us to just blame everybody. We can just sit back and just penalize all y'all. Well, that's lazy. That's a failure of the administration to do their job, if you ask me. They basically have one job to do, and that's educate and create an environment where that's possible, which involves some effort, involves some of all the stuff that I just said. So anyway, in conclusion, martial arts is easily justifiable because of its emphasis on defense. To connect this with the idea of violence as defense, if you are legitimately defending yourself, you don't need to ask any more questions about what's right and wrong. If somebody is attacking you, or if they are menacing you, that is the thing too. If they're just following you around and you know what they're doing, if they're doing something, or if they're harassing you and they won't stop, and you've been reasonable up to a point and you know what that point is, you are justified, completely 100% justified, to defend yourself by whatever means necessary. You actually are obligated as a self-respecting being, an intelligent living being, to defend yourself. And whether or not the administration agrees with that, that's their problem. Escalate it. Take it to the Supreme Court if you have to. You will eventually win. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.